this is what we've got to deal with today. I've cut out everything I think I need to cut out. There's probably bits I need to add back in because of different options we've optioned. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Or if your first time, hello. I've got to now figure out what I'm going to do with this loom. It shouldn't be too bad because I've had it all out before, laid it all out, cut out everything that wasn't connected to anything, so it should be a little bit lighter. Just want to go through it and wrap it up, make it look a bit nicer, and then try and lay it back in the car. We haven't got an engine loom yet because that's obviously being made up with the new engine spec, because we're having, actually I'm not going to go into that because we'll save that for when the engine goes back in. So yeah, let's get it all out. So what, still heavy. Right, I've unravelled it for the most part. There's quite a lot of cable ties where I'd wrapped it up so I could get it in the box. So I need to sort out a place for all these relays. I might be able to put the fuse back in the actual fuse box holder and mount that somewhere possibly, which is there. All that goes out under the bonnet. What we got here, we've got switches, ignition switch, stalks, got bits for the dash there. Now we've got a load of wires here that would have been going out under the bonnet to the battery, but we're putting the battery inside. It used to be in the back, but then there was a lot of different connections leading up to the cut-off switch and then going back outside, and it just creates a voltage drop where you're going through, every time you go through a connector there's a little bit of resistance there. So I've pulled them all inside. They can go on a buzz bar direct from the battery cut-off switch. That's a rear loom for one side, that's the rear loom for the other side for lights, etc. We're keeping the ABS for now. At some point we'll put a pedal box in, which means I can remove all that and the extra wiring that comes with it, which is a lot of this stuff here, because that's the ABS block there. Yeah, so heated screen, I think it's great, but that's the reverse light switch. I don't particularly need it, but it's quite handy for people to know what direction you're going in. So we thought, it's probably worth putting back in, but I can't remember what side, if it goes out that side or this side. So this is from sitting in the driver's seat here. That'd be right in front of you, fuse box over there. They go straight out of that new hole that I drilled last time. So yes, it looks a bit messy, so I'm gonna wrap it all up, tidy it up, work out what we need, shorten and lengthen things according to where they need to go. But first, I realised I haven't actually thought of a place to put the battery yet. So I've figured something out, and it goes in here quite well. A little cradle there. It's absolutely solid, can't go anywhere. Downside is obviously if I need to remove it for any reason, I need to unbolt it, but it's not a problem. This loom here plugs into the ABS, which one day obviously I will be getting rid of, but I can't afford the thousands of pounds it is for a decent pedal box at the moment. That has got to run across there, and I don't much like that, so I'm gonna cut it in half and extend it all, and hopefully run it all the way around the top and come out, just so it keeps it away from the heat more than anything. Which turns out that it's quite a long run. Now we've gone a different route, it's, what's that, 1.5 meters? I'll give it a measure, add on to it, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, bosh. And luckily I've kept some of the old wiring in a bag, so I can pinch some out of that, get the right colours together and extend it. There we go, extended, soldered and heat shrunk, so I'll get this wrapped up and pin it across the top there so it's out of the way. There we go, keeping it away from the heat, all nice and tidy. Obviously the scuttle panel's got to go across there, it's going to hide it anyway, but it's good to get it away from all the exhaust and stuff. Got to give that tab a little clean up. I think it was already an earth point by the looks of things. Bang that earth on there. Progress. I've got my canisters in place. Mucho cable ties on that one because it kept rotating. That was a bit annoying. That one's gone there. It might be a little close to the exhaust, but we're going to put heat shield around all the brake reservoir anyway. What else have we done? Oh yeah, we've got the strut brace on. We've now got, I can't remember if I've showed this before, but we've got a power steering reservoir there. All needs a tidy, don't worry. Fire extinguisher in place. And we've got battery in place. All the wiring is done. Not done because it's a mess. So I'm going to tidy it up, but we've chopped out all the bits we don't need. We found the bits that we do need. I'll just need to rewire my dashboard. And yeah, good. Place for the fuse box. It sits there quite nicely, doesn't get in the way. That'll all be covered up where the dash goes over anyway, but you can still access it from underneath. Wiring just needs a good tidy. Need to loom it up a bit really. It's mostly hidden, but you know, try and make it a little bit tidier. ECU still going, but that's mostly engine loom. Oil pressure and fuel pressure sensors all mounted up, ready to go. Got our extinguisher nozzles in place. All the fuel is this side, so there's two over here and one exhaust side. You know, they like them spread out, so hopefully that's going to pass scrutiny on okay. Aperture doesn't look particularly big. So I'll get the seat in and see what, I might have to lose a bit of weight and do some yoga, do a bit of stretching. Yeah. So what have we got left? Engine, bonnet, boot, doors, dash, work out how to get the dash operating with all the warnings and stuff like that. Get some alarms working on it for low pressures and whatnot. Yeah, so still quite a lot to go really. Doors! Just to make it heavier, but much more aerodynamic. This cage is driving me mad. I accidentally painted over the FIA plaque. So, I'll just clean it off or something. Goodness or something. Right, oh, right, over there, that's the spot on that. I think. Pretty good. That's spot on, I think. Spot on there. This one is out there. Doesn't like to be done up. Looks good.
Where's your bolt for the check strap?
Oh yeah, check strap. I don't know. Oh yeah, I've got it in the right place.
Yeah, go with that. That's, your sticker line's up.
Oh, that's what matters. Right. Does that open and close without? Is that locks? Try that. Yeah, that's the central locking now. You have to climb through. I'm lucky that closes all that heavy slamming. Right, so. Oh wow! Looks like a car now. Great stuff. And our previous work on this side. Yeah, we're getting there. Great stuff. It's normally Cosworth power. Today it's Peter power. We're going to try the. Just going to test the power steering. We've just just filled up the reservoir, which bled it through, but it was juddering a bit. But it might because we were stationary. So hope we don't crash. Totally power. Let's try with kill switch. It not being in place, and I'm just worried it's going to move and short out of them.
Jump in. Jump in and then I'll push forward. You got brakes in there?
No. Yes.
Yes.
I haven't got anything to sell. No, we'll catch it.
Oh.
So, hold on.
That's so noisy. Sounds like a fan. Mine was like that.
Oh, is it? That's pressurised now, isn't it? Okay, hold on. better than not having power steering, I suppose. I'll have to ask Martin to see if his one was juddering. Yeah. Well, it works. Bit juddery. Make a phone call. Pete's helped me with my doors and my power steering, and he's bored now, so he's gone to the pub. So now I want to take out the... I've got this facing the wrong way. I need to take out the clutch pedal from up in there, because we're going for hydraulic clutch, and for that it needs a master cylinder. But the trouble is with that is I can't swap this round. Hold on. Where the master cylinder will come out would be here somewhere, but I don't know how they do it. I don't know how. That's where the cable comes out, so that must be. It must have to be in line with that, so it must come out around here. But none of it's flat, unless it goes to one side. I don't really know. But if it does go to one side, the exhaust sits a lot further over. So I don't really know how it all goes in, to be honest. So what I'm proposing to do is we'll take the pedal out, extend the top up here, so we'll get rid of that, extend it, and then put the bar in there for the push rod. So it should have the same travel as when the pin goes through this bit, which is, I think it's something like 50mm down from the pin there, but I might be able to get a bit of height on that and put it inside. So the master cylinder will be up there somewhere. We'll have to make a bracket for it, like a box or something. So that's the plan. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. I'll have to pull the pedal out and have a look. Right, so that bit there does... Oh, I had that off earlier. I can't move the pin. The pin's there. Obviously the clip's off of it. I'll give that a wallop. It doesn't seem to slide, but this thing here was obviously stopping it come out. But I did lever it away, but it doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. But it's all part of it. I can't feel any bolts or anything. I think it's all part of this piece here. So maybe that does need to push in, because it must do that though, because we've got all the bushing in there. Epoxy thing. But what I'm thinking is, obviously the bar for the master cylinder will go through there from the push rod and push it in and out. But if I go from the top, it pushes towards me, so I'd have the bar there pushing the master cylinder. But I'd have to weld something to that, but obviously I need to make sure I've got enough length on there and a bit of clearance. That's all. But yeah, I'm not sure, because I've got that offlet and then fuck knows. I don't know. I think I've found it. There's under there. I don't know if I can see. There's a couple of 13s under there. Oh, let's see through here. How do you zoom in? Zoom, zoom, zoom. I think they undo, then that plate slides out. But that's, now I've loosened them off, like that's loose, and that will slide out. And then that will just all slide off the end. So yeah, what a silly design. Okay, the pedal is back from Dartford Metal Prefabs. Tim has welded on this bracket on the top there. So, I'll get the light a bit. So now it's time to whack a bit of paint on it, because we've got bare welds. I need to kind of make a way of having that inside the vehicle now. And it'll save it getting hot right next to the exhaust. So that's what's next. I can't remember if I've gone through this before, but because we're going with a multi-plated clutch, it's going to be particularly heavy and not great if you're running a cable. So we're going to go hydraulic clutch conversion, maybe. This would normally sit about there, and that would go the other side of the bulkhead. Now the problem we've got with that is obviously heat management, because the downpipe goes right on top of it, so I don't even think it will fit. Although other people have done that, I've got a different manifold, so I think it's moved it over a little bit. So what we've worked out how to do is, this is going to go there, that's been modified. Now I need to make up a cradle inside for that to actually fit on, because the pivot point there is the same. 50mm there pushes that way, 50mm there pushes that way. So it should be exactly the same travel for the pedal, but I do need to make up some sort of cradle bracket thing inside the vehicle to get it to work. So that's what we're doing. Luckily for me, still awkward to do, but I've not got the I've not got the windscreen in, so I need to put it down there, get that there, so it's sort of travel I've got. There we go. So now, let's be light. Try and work out now. This has got to be bolted back up because I've dropped the pedal box, so just make sure we've got enough travel. I need to level off the pedals. I need to level the pedals off, lock it in place, and work out where this little doobry up here is going to sit. Yeah, somewhere there. It's going to be a bit tricky, but what I'll have to do is just make up a little bit of a template out of cardboard or something, and then get it made out of some nice strong steel and get it bolted in place or welded in place. And there we are, yeah. So it has actually got plenty of clearance there. So I did measure something, right? Right. Oh. Now that's in place, this goes over the top of it and locks it in. Bolts that way, I think. Not that I can see what I'm doing. But it goes over the top here somewhere. Yeah, not sure how I'm going to do this. One hand, that's the go over there. No, that's not it. Let's go around the back. That's now lined up. There's a couple of nuts go up under there somewhere. And this is why the roll cage is a pain in the arse, because I kind of have to work my way around it. Right, pedals are level. Just takes on a bit of strip here, just to keep them level. It's quite bendy, so I can move it around a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty good. So it looks like this needs to go here, and obviously with the travel, it's got plenty of room there if it needs to miss anything. Yes, so I need to fix this in place as well. Get that where it needs to be, which is gonna be there. So sort of right there. Maybe a right angle to the pedal. Is that right? No, it needs to be less than a right angle from the pedal because it's got an arc to it, hasn't it? Yes, so it needs to be slightly less than a right angle. So really I need to go halfway down with the pedal. Oh, I'll cut that off now. Halfway down with the pedal and then go right angle where that goes, but this needs to be pushed in at the same time, which is fairly stiff. Okay, well, I'll have to just hang that somewhere, I think, and then try and make up some box for it. Okay, so cable ties always handy. I think that's about the right kind of angle I need. So I need to make up some sort of box, maybe coming off of here and here, and here. It's hard to see on the camera, or it's hard to see because I'm dangling upside down trying to do this as well. And put, for a plate there. I might need some help from a metal fabrication person really, because it's not really my bag. After a lot of iterations of this thing, that slips over there, that will bolt up there, and there we go. Oh, a bit close. And that will go when I get the angles right. Anyway, that should go there. That means we can see that through there. So I get this made in steel. Might need a little bit of spacing because there's a funny angle there. But, well, see what happens. It's like a set of Blue Peter in here.
Can you not?
So what's this thing from a car? What could it be?
Wait, from a car?
It's part of a car, yes. It's what I've been trying to make a bracket
Right,
for.
well that
I
obviously
know
screws
air
into
goes
something
through it.
that
I know
needs
something
some
goes
sort of... So it's not part of an engine that goes up and down. It screws in, but that doesn't...
They're just dust covers. They come out because you have to fit something into them.
Oh right, what's that? Plastic bit comes off.
Yeah, unscrews, yeah.
Why would that need to flex that way?
It's something to do with the engines.
Suspension?
Doesn't go that way.
Huh?
Well, it can do, but it's unlikely it's going to be that way.
Like that? Like that?
Hmm.
Just don't know what would need to flex like that.
It's just so it's got a bit of movement. It doesn't do that. It's not
Does
that.
it attach the engine, the turbo to the engine or something?
Or like a damper. No, that's not a bad shout though.
The dryer.
Dryer?
Does that allow something to pass through this bit?
Yeah.
I knew it.
But where would that go? Because that screws on. So if it allows something to go, does it go in and out that bit?
Mm-hmm.
In a pond to make it, because fish makes your brain.
It's working with you, is it? Fish makes your brain.
Does it transfer? What's that? Does it transfer petrol to the engine?
Not petrol.
Oil?
Nothing to do with the engine.
Brakes?
It can be.
Suspension.
It can be used for brakes. But in this instance it's not. But yeah, that
Is it
is,
something to do
that's
with
the,
the
is the
gearbox?
correct answer. That is something to do with the brakes. Every car's got them.
Except for my imaginary one.
Apart from your imaginary. Can you better imagine one of them, otherwise it won't stop.
No. And the magic.
Is there a, there's a certain name for this particular thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did say there was a piston inside. Why would there be a piston inside?
Maybe. You know where you have the brake pads, the metal things? Yeah.
Yeah,
Does it like push on it to stop the wheel?
sort of.
I've got some car knowledge. Is it the brake piston or whatever it's called?
Push that.
Push that?
Harder than that.
Sounds like it's compressing air.
Oh, it is compressing air because the only thing that's in there is air, and we got lids on them, so the air can't escape. It wouldn't have air in it normally, but it is compressing it because the piston's getting squished inside. That's it. Move the adjustment that I had of it.
Right, 1 sec.
And give up yet? This has been 4 minutes.
So this normally would be used for brakes?
What is there in that whole braking system? Start from the beginning. What do you do if you want to stop?
You put your foot on the pedal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Is that...
And that's what the pedal
Under the
pushes.
pedal?
Yeah.
Oh.
You got the fluid is in here from a reservoir, so it'll be feeding into it, and then it gets pushed out at high pressure through there when you push the pedal, and then the calipers squash the discs. there you go. Car lessons. And as if by magic, there we go. Thank you, Tim. A lovely bit of welding. Yeah, so see if that fits. It might need a bit of a tweak because obviously I made it with cardboard and there's a lot of flex in it. So I think this is going to need a bend on this end. So he said, take it home, have a measure up, and then I can pop it back and we can add and change bits if needed. That's gone in a treat. There's a little gap there we need to twist and put a little spacer in. But that's gone in actually all right. Oh yeah, needs tightening up. But yeah, lovely light clutch on the way. And now where this is done, looking lovely, fits in beautifully. Right, so this goes onto there. Just there, we'll have a little look. And that fits beautifully on that flat plate there. We'll need to drill a hole in it, bolt it up, put the master cylinder on, and then run the pipes. Awkward bloody car. With the reservoir in and the pipework going through the original Speedo grommet, I'm quite happy with that. The master cylinder, nice and neat. So that'll be it for this video. I've got plenty of other things to do, but I'm still waiting on parts. See you later.